Is your car battery actually dead, or are you about to waste $200 on a replacement you don't need? In this video, I'll show you how to use a simple multimeter to run a professional-grade stress test and find out the truth in under 5 minutes. Most multimeters have a dial with several symbols. You're looking for the V with a solid line and a dashed line over it. That stands for DC voltage. Set the multimeter to a DC voltage range close to 20 volts. This range works best because a typical car battery operates around 12 volts. On my meter, the closest available setting is 40 volts, so that's the range I'm using. If you're using an auto-ranging multimeter, simply turn the dial to the DC voltage symbol, usually a capital V with a straight line and 3 dots, and the meter will handle the rest. The first test is the static test. This tells us the state of charge. Ideally, you should do this after the car has been turned off for at least an hour, or better yet, overnight. A healthy, fully charged battery should show a reading of 12.6 volts or higher, indicating it's a 100% healthy, fully charged battery. If your multimeter reads around 12.4 volts, your battery is at roughly 75% charge, which is still considered acceptable for daily use. However, once the voltage drops to 12.2 volts, the battery is only at 50% capacity and definitely needs to be charged to avoid long-term damage. Anything measuring 12.0 volts or lower is effectively a dead battery that likely won't have enough power to turn over your engine. Take your red probe and touch it to the positive terminal. Take your black probe and touch it to the negative terminal. The multimeter reads about 12.4 volts, which usually indicates the battery is roughly 75% charged. But that number alone doesn't guarantee the battery is healthy. A battery can show a decent voltage at rest and still fail the moment it's asked to deliver real power. That's why the next step is critical, the load test, sometimes called the crank test. Instead of measuring voltage while the battery is resting, we watch what happens when the starter motor demands a large surge of current. Keep the multimeter probes connected to the battery terminals, then start the engine. As the starter cranks the engine, watch the multimeter carefully and note the lowest voltage reading it reaches during that moment. If the voltage stays above 10 volts, the battery is in good condition. It means the battery still has enough cold cranking amps to handle the heavy load required to start the engine. If the voltage drops between 9 and 10 volts, the battery is beginning to weaken. It may still start the car for now, but colder weather or additional electrical load could quickly expose the problem. If the voltage falls below 9 volts, the battery is likely failing. Even if the engine eventually starts, the internal plates are probably sulfated or damaged, and the battery no longer has the strength it once did. At that point, replacement is usually the safest option. The lowest voltage drops to 7.51 volts during the crank, which is far below the healthy range. This indicates the battery cannot handle the load required to start the engine. Even though the car may still turn over, the internal plates are likely worn, sulfated, or damaged. At this point, the battery has effectively failed and needs to be replaced. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing for more electronics tips and tutorials, and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.